Hello everyone and welcome to this little quick video about LXT, the game that myself, Franco Oriani, and Nick Oriani are putting up on Kickstarter. I wanted to give you a little quick gameplay action. Now, I have some just test cards we printed. The cards themselves will be closer to the size of a Magic card instead of being like this large. This is us just test printing. We were still working on colors and stuff like that. I'm just going to grab two random guys here from the set. So the skeleton and the one. Now, just some basics on this card, just so it's easy to understand here. What you have here is you have your offensive and your defensive moves here. And then you're going to have, they're numbered 1 through 6, and then 1 through 6. And we have our Q, S, and our R ratings. Each character will have a Q, S, and an R. Q for quick, S for smarts, and R for rage. And then they have their last gasp, which says last. And that's their last chance to kick out, quote unquote, kick out, kind of thing at the end. And what you do is you just roll against whatever, and you play the way you normally would play a two-player card game. Now, I have just regular standard dice I'm going to use here. So let's see. His quick is 2. His smarts is 1. His rage is 1. And then we'll just use over here. His quick is 1. His smarts are 1. And his rage is 2. All right, so when we get with the game, we will have the mini counter dice. I'm going to use these black dice here for now. I know it might be a little hard to see on the black on black, but just trying to show you guys some stuff. And then I have 2 dice, and then I'll let the skeleton be yellow, and I let the 1 be green. So we roll for initiative, and we have a 3 and a 3, so it's a tie. We re-roll. Okay, so the yellow is skeleton. He has a 6, and that means he's going to take over, and the 1 is on defense. So I roll skeleton. 4. It says Rage of the Dead 1, ATT. So ATT stands for attack, meaning the attacker, the skeleton, gets to pick where he's going to hit. And he is going to hit the 1 for his rage, taking his rage off the board, moving it to 0. Now, the 1 has to roll a 6 on this roll to stay alive, or the fight is over. He rolls a 6. So he rolls a 1. He didn't roll his 6, so the fight is technically over. Now, these are 2 lower level characters. Higher level characters will have much higher numbers here as you go through. And let's just putting it back here. Let's do it again. Let's say instead of rolling that 4, let's say I had rolled a 5, right? A face rake. Well, then I would take the 1's die and I would roll, and it says 5 there. Hit R. He would have taken the hit here, taking him to 0. He would then need to roll, and he got a 3, he would have to roll that. He'd roll his 6 to save himself. Let's say instead of rolling a 4 or the 5, let's say I rolled a 6 with skeleton. Now, for skeleton, what he would do, because he has a rage of 2, that's his highest, and the low, and over here the highest would be quick. He wouldn't want to pick quick. He's going to pick rage. That's his high. So he takes his die. He rolls his die. He got a 1 plus his 2 makes a 3. The 1 would have to take his rage, and he had a 4 plus 1 becomes 5. And the 1 would take over. Now you notice they both have these here where it says 1 and T. So that takes 1 damage there. So the attacker picks where 1 damage goes. If we get to a higher level, let me see if I have a higher, here we go. I have one of the higher levels here. This is one of our heroes. You notice they have a 1 attack, and they also have 2 an opponent. So if Yamamoto hit a 6, what happens is the opponent would pick where they took the 2 damage, trying to make sure they don't, eliminate themselves. And then they always get their last gasp. As you notice here, I'll get this out of the way, on the defensive side, it has hit S, hit Q, hit R, where this is hit S, hit Q, hit R, hit Q. There's lots of hits on here. Again, lower level character here, the opening kind of guys. And then they have reversal, where someone like this hero here, 2 reversals, 1 hit Q, 1 hit S, 1 hit R, and then a dodge. A dodge meaning they're missing. The other thing that I'm on here, let me see, do I have one? No, I don't have one. I'll show you this one. This is one of our higher end characters, the boss one. So if you notice here, it has 2 opponent, 2 attack, okay? Has 2 reversals, just like the hero, but this one has an odd, right? So not very quick, not very smart, but the rage is high. So El Toro de Diablo would want to avoid quick and smart, but would be okay with rage. Whereas the hero here, 5, 6, and 2. Now, what happens when you're doing this? The basics of the game. There are a total of 5 different ways to play the game. And this was just a very basic little introduction video to this, and we'll talk more about those throughout the Kickstarter, and then it'll be in the rules and the different ways that you can play this game. Because the nice part about this is that there's a story mode where you go through. There's also like not a rumble, but a melee mode. There's also different stories. You can different things. You can mix and match things. There's a fellowship. There's all different ways to play this game. And on top of that, there's also the 2 comic books. We have the Who's Who, which myself, Franco, and Nick contributed stories and worked together on. And then we have the Dark Atlas, featuring alternative artwork for the characters, which Franco and Nick wrote prose for. All of that is available through this Kickstarter, and we hope that you back us. If you have questions, please let us know. We hope you guys enjoy the game. We hope you enjoyed this video. And hey, folks, thanks for all the support, and we'll see you later.